morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Arithmetic, lesson 139. Boys and girls, I'd like to start off with reminding you about your divisibility rules. Let's say them with me together. 2 is even numbers. 3 is sum of digits. 4 is last two digits, 0, 0, or divided by 4. 5 is ones digits, 5 or 10. 9 is sum of digits. 10 is ones digit, 0. Okay, don't forget those. You will need to use them to be quick at dividing, knowing whether a number is divisible by that number or not. So let's start with our board work. Let's go ahead and do our column addition. 2 plus 4 is 6, 10, 14, 1, 8, 17, 26, 27, 36, sorry. Carry the 3, 8, 16, 24, 26, 34. 3, 6, 9, 15, 21, 26. 2, 11, 15, 22, 31. 3, 11, 20, 24, 25, 27. Boys and girls, remember, ones, tens, hundreds, comma, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, comma. Let's read this out loud. 2,716,464. Very good. Boys and girls, you remember when we talked about yards, we talked about a yardstick. Okay. We also talked a metric unit of length. We said that this is a meter. We said that we talked about centimeters, millimeters, decameters, bigger and smaller. We also talked about grams. We talked about milligrams and kilograms. Well, those were measures of weight. Today we're going to go into measures of capacity. A measure of capacity is a measurement by liters, okay? Right here, liters. Now, if you think about a liter, think about a big soda bottle, the ones mom and dad might buy for a party. It's a 2-liter bottle. So half of that is just 1 liter. It's really close to the size of maybe the quart of milk that they might buy. It's close to a quart. It's a liter, okay? And that is our base unit. That's the one in the middle. Remember when we put it in a row, we're putting the liter in the middle. So if you look here, we're going to do 1 liter equals 10 deciliters. 1 liter equals 100 centiliters. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. The good thing about the metric system, it doesn't change. All of those still stay the same and they still represent the same amount. You have 10 liters equals 1 deciliter. 100 liters equals 1 hectoliter. And 1,000 liters equals 1 kiloliter. So I want you to understand that again, that liter part stays the same. The beginning root word stays the same and it will always mean the same thing. Hecto, we know is 100. Deca is 10. Milli, 1,000. Deci, 10, right? So when we talk about it, we need to make sure that we know those terms, right? Okay, so here's how it will look. When we do our cards, you're going to have to know that a hectoliter, remember hecto, doesn't have an I. Remember all the ones with an I, itty bitty, I for itty bitty. This would be a whole number, so 100. Deca would be a whole number, 10. Milli, remember, itty bitty, would be 1,000. Deci, itty bitty, 1/10. Kilo, 1,000. And centi, itty bitty, 1/100. Okay? So let's check out your worksheet to have some examples. Okay, boys and girls, we are on page 251, lesson 139, and this is again the metric unit of liquid measure, also known as capacity. The basic metric unit of liquid capacity is a liter. A liter is slightly larger than a quart, and the kiloliter is slightly larger than 264 gallons. Okay? If you ever need to go back to it, this is the page to do it if you don't remember. Look at your yellow box. Down here, let's practice. Fill in the blanks with the metric prefixes. Okay, so you're going to write either hecto, deca, deci for 0.001. So remember that 0.001 is also, if you want to write it in a fraction, 1/1000. So which one means 1/1000? Correct, milli. Okay, number 2, 10. Which words start with, which is the prefix that uses 10? Deca. Very good, deca. And we do that with a capital D. Deca. And C, it means 0.01. We know that 0.01 is equal to, what's the fraction? 1/100th, right? You know that means, remember we talked about dollars, how many pennies in a dollar? Centi. Centi, we can also, whoops, T-I. There we go. We can put them all in caps. How about that? That's probably the best way to do it. All right, go ahead and fill out the rest of those. Let's talk about the items that you think contain more than 1 liter, and underline the ones that you think contain less than a liter. So remember the liter, I think about my big soda bottle, that's 2 liters, so half of that, and you can also compare it to a quart, right? It's about the size of a quart. Is a cup of coffee more than or less than a liter? Cup of coffee. That's less than, and they want you to circle it. So you're going to circle a cup of coffee. How about a car gas tank? Yes, that is correct. You underline it because it is more than a liter. How about your bathtub? If you fill up the bathtub, are you using more than a liter of liquid water, or are you using less than a liter? That's right, you're using more, so you're going to underline. No. Did I do that wrong? So circle the items that you think are more than. So I did this wrong. Boys and girls, make sure you read carefully. I read it, but I didn't think about it when I was doing it. So you're going to underline because it's less and circle because it's more. Okay? One more. How about a glass of juice? Is it more or less? Less is correct, so you're going to underline it. Less than. Okay? The next section says cross out the measurements which you would not be an approximate answer. That you would not, would not be an approximate answer. So there may be more than one correct answer. How tall are you? How tall are you? You say to yourself, well, Miss Bass, I'm 4 feet tall, or I'm 5 feet tall. Miss Bass is 5'9". Now, can we measure that in centimeters, 25 centimeters? You think you're about 25 centimeters? No, remember a centimeter, little tiny. right? So we're going to cross this one out. How about 5 meters? Think about the meter stick, okay? I don't know where I just put it. The meter stick. Are you 5 of these? Absolutely not. That would be very strange. So you're going to cross that one off. How about the 14 decameters? Maybe you're 14 decameters. Remember, that's 10, right? Decimeters is 10. So 14 of 14 decimeters, yeah. Okay, so how about this one? 4 1/4 feet. Yeah, you're about 4 1/4. That's about 4 feet 3 inches. That's probably how tall you are. So go ahead and do those. I'd like you to turn to the back. We can do the story problems quickly together. Missionaries to Grenada, Rev and Mrs. Ortwell are home on furlough. They drove 5,200 miles over the last 13 days, visiting supporting churches and pastors. How many miles did they average each day? How many miles did they average each day? Okay? So you want to take this 5,000, we'll do the work here, 5,200 miles, okay? And they traveled that way about 13 days. How many did they travel each day? And we want to divide that. 5,200 divided by 13. If you know your 13 times table, raise your hand. Most of us don't, and that's okay. We're going to round. We know our 15 times table, right? We can count by 15s. 15, 30, 45, 60, right? So how about 5? Can 5 be divided by 13? No. Can 52 be divided by 13? Yes. So we put our little caret here. We know we're going to start up here. 13. It's close to 10, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So can we do 5? That would be too much, right? But we can go down and do 4. And 4 times 3 is 12. And 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 52. Look at that. Exactly the right number. Now, the answer is not 4. You must bring down. When there is something to bring down, you must do it. 0 divided by 13 equals 0. 0 times 13 equals 0. Now there's something to bring down again. Don't forget. 0 times 13 equals 0. And 0 times 13 equals 0. The reason this stops is because there's no more numbers. So your answer is 14 miles. Okay? And the last one, Drew's father bought 40 liters of gasoline at 68 cents per liter. That's cheap. 68 cents per liter. How much did he pay? So you had 40 liters, 68 cents per liter. What do I need to do to this? Now each liter is 68 cents. We need to find out how many 40 is. So we need to multiply. Very good. 0 times 8 equals 0. 4 times 8 equals 32. 6 times 0 equals 0. 6 times 4 equals 24. Okay? Now, we're going to add these two together. Sorry about that. Let's add those two together. 0 plus 0 equals 0. 2 plus 0 equals 2. 3 plus 4 equals 7. And 2 plus nothing equals 2. Now, you can't say that 2,720. You can't do that. You have to bring this decimal directly down in the place that it goes. And you have to bring the dollar sign here. And your new answer is $27.20. $27.20. Go ahead and finish the homework on this page and all the other examples, and we will see you back tomorrow for lesson 140. Have a great day.